Girls, I'll see you in your...
Alright, let's try these subs again and see if that happens again. It ran all the subs that time.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of your favorite libertarian. It's me, your favorite libertarian, and today we are going to be checking out the Silencerco Sparrow 22, but it also can be used for other really small calibers as well. We are going to be doing the What's in the Box segment, which is, of course, everyone's favorite portion of the video. We'll also be showing you how to take it apart, put it back together for cleaning, which is one of the main reasons I wanted this can, because 22 is very dirty, and it's nice to be able to clean it very easily. So that Monaco design, all the other stuff, we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm just so excited. We'll talk about that. We'll also show you how to install it on direct thread with a little spacer that comes with it. And you'll see, of course, some shooting footage on various platforms. And we'll just be having some fun at the range. And then stay tuned to the end, because the end will have the after range recap where I talk about my thoughts after shooting it, the reasons why I wanted to get this particular can for a particular setup for subs and for supers, and just kind of close out the video with final thoughts on my initial impressions of the suppressor. A couple things to note. One is that I purchased this with my own money, so I'm not getting paid by any company to say whatever I'm saying. I always keep it open and honest with you guys so that you can get the information you need to make the purchases that make the most sense to you and your goals and what you're trying to do. Also, I take prayer requests. So if you have any of those, put those in the comment section below, along with any questions, comments, or dad jokes. And lastly, and this is the part that keeps the lights on, I have affiliate links in the description or in the pinned comment below. If you click on those links, it's not going to cost you any extra. And in fact, a lot of times you're going to be saving money with my exclusive discounts, and you can buy awesome stuff that you were already going to buy after checking out things in various videos of mine while supporting the channel at the same time. If you can do that, that's awesome, and you're awesome. Now, with no further ado, let's get into the actual video.
I think that we've already know. Yeah, I think that we've already know. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite portion of the video, What's in the Box? This is the portion of the video where I show you what's in the box. Here's the box itself. I'm going to hide some of the things like the serial number and stuff like that, because that's none of your business. And I'll move that around so you can't see that. And now I'll show you what's in the box. First, we have the owner's manual. And this is actually even cooler than an owner's manual because it's a field manual, suggesting that you'll do things in the field with your suppressor. Warnings, yeah, that's not bro. Let's skip that. We'll just skip right over that. Overview, product specs. So you can see monocore design. You have little half pipe sleeves that go over that, and then you have a big sleeve that goes over all of that. This is the serialized part, and then you have your end cap, or I should say your rear cap, because this is what actually interfaces with your barrel. Shows you how to assemble and shows you the modularity. Or modularity, reassembly, or modularity, and maintenance. Then you got your lifetime warranty stuff, blah, blah, blah. Next, we have a bag that comes with it. If you want to carry your suppressor around not attached to a gun, you can put it in this bag. We also have this spacer, which is really cool that they include this. This is not something I thought was going to be coming with the suppressor, but this is in the instance where you have, let's say, a M&P 1522 and the barrel threading at the end is longer than what you can get the suppressor onto, meaning the threading inside of the suppressor is shorter than the full length of the barrel's threads. This lets you cover all of your threads so there aren't any threads exposed and still have your suppressor on. Everything's nice and tight. So this actually screws into or screws over the threading of the barrel to kind of continue the shoulder of the barrel. And as you can see, hopefully I'm getting it on camera, the threading ends a little early on this side. So there's a spot where there's no threading, this ring right here, and that is what you'd put up against the actual barrel shoulder. On the other side, threading keeps going. That's the side that's going to be touching your actual suppressor as you're tightening it on. I'll show you how to do that later on in this video, but just wanted to give you an idea what this is and why it's included. Then, of course, you have your suppressor itself. Now let's get into how to disassemble and reassemble the suppressor so that you know, because you're probably wondering how that works if you're clicking on this video. Here we go. And we're back. So again, this is the back of the, or the rear of the suppressor. This is the part that threads onto the barrel. It's direct thread. Here's the front. This is the little end cap, if you will. And if you look closely, you can see there's a wavy line here. That is making it so that this tube that goes over everything does not rotate. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to unscrew the back, and we're going to slide this like so. We're going to take our tube, move that out of the way. Then we have these two half sleeves. If you look closely, you can see there's a little notch here, a little notch here. Same thing on the other side. That helps you index where you need to put these sleeves, so make sure that when you put these back on, you're putting them in the same spot. I can just pop this off here, like so. Pop this off here, also like so. And then there is your monocore design. Pretty cool. This is one of the main reasons that I got this particular suppressor for a 22. It's because 22 runs really dirty, and I'd rather not have to take a bunch of baffles out in a stack, try to put them all back in the same way, and have my zero possibly shift. I just wanted something easy to clean and simple to take apart. So I really like this design, and this is one of the main reasons why. So now I'm going to put this back together. So as you can see, lining it up with these little indentations. Go. The same thing with the other side. Nice. Same on both sides. There we go. Now I'm going to take the sleeve, slide it back on, and then, important, make sure that these wavy lines are lined up. There we go, see? Nice and lined up. Now they're not going to rotate. And then, yes, you will see this sticking out. That's normal. I'm going to take this piece and screw it back on. And that's it. That's disassembly and reassembly of the suppressor. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And then obviously this is what screws onto the barrel itself with the direct thread method. Ta-da! Hey, I bet you're wondering how to take this off and put this on. Well, I'm going to show you that right now. Now, you will probably need, if you're not as strong as me, an adjustable crescent wrench to take off the A2 flash hider, but since I'm so strong, I'm going to do it by hand. Oh man. I can't believe how strong I am. So the A2 flash hider is off, set that aside. You got your crush washer. Make sure you don't put this back on because that's not good for centricity. Now, if you just go to thread this on like this, you're going to have about this much threading still exposed. So what you're going to need to do is use that spacer. Remember the spacer that we talked about, which is again right here. And remember this edge here that has the threading stop at a certain point, and then you just have this bigger opening. That's what you're going to put, a bigger opening. That's what you're going to take here because this actually tapers upward. Starts here at the shoulder, kind of tapers down a little bit, and then the threading starts. So that's the way that you want to put that on. So we'll go ahead and screw this on. Now we've completed or extended the shoulder of the barrel, and now we can install the actual suppressor simply by threading it on, which I'll do with movie magic so YouTube doesn't get upset. Ta-da! Oh man.
And now let's go to the range.
So, first thing, low ready. You're going to shoot 5 and 5 rounds only on the buzzer. Shooter ready?
Ready.
Good job.
Thank you.
On the next course of fire, we're going to shoot from high ready. You're going to shoot 4 rounds in 6 seconds. Shooter ready.
Ready.
Good job. And now for the fun one. This course of fire is going to consist of shooting 1 round, speed reload, and do 2 rounds. So 1 round, speed reload, 2 rounds.
Okay.
Shooter ready.
Ready.
Nice. That was very clean.
Thank you.
And the last one.
1-1. Yep. Okay, I think I'm ready for the next one.
Okay. This one is going to be shoot 1 round. You should have an empty magazine in the gun, so you go to an emergency reload, and shoot 1 round.
Okay.
So total of 2 shots, 1 reload, 1. Shooter
Okay.
ready.
I'm ready.
Beautiful.
Woo!
Cleared it.
I did it! I did it, Mom!
As far as why I went with this particular can, suppressor, silencer, in case you haven't noticed, I've been using those terms interchangeably because I don't care. Is because of, I'll say 5 reasons. So these will be your top 5 reasons to get the Silencerco Sparrow. Not sponsored, by the way, I bought it with my own money. One is that it's a traditional back pressure added type can. That's important for me because I want to be able to also cycle subs, and if I have more back pressure, that's going to help assist me in still cycling lower powered, lower velocity rounds. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that it has a monocore design. Why are monocore designs good? Because you don't have to deal with baffle stacks. If you're not familiar, a baffle stack system is each individual baffle has its own separate piece, and then you stack them all together, boop, 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 inside of the suppressor. So when you take off the tube and you just have those stacks, you have to take them each individually off to clean them, and then you put them all back together, and then you put your tube back on. Traditionally, it's a system that works, but it's not great for repeatable zero, because if you don't put each one of those baffles on correctly this way or in the right order of the stack again, you could have a different zero, a different point of impact when you put all that back together and put it back on your gun. So I wanted a monocore design to avoid that. So that's number 2. Number 3 is that it's easy to take down for cleaning. Why is that important? Well, you could have a monocore design, but it could be integral to the whole thing. You couldn't like unscrew it and take it apart, which for 22 is a problem because 22 runs super dirty. So I wanted something that was still a monocore design, but I wanted something that could easily take apart and clean, so I wouldn't have to like dip it in a solution and have an ultrasonic cleaner or something to break it all apart. I could just, like you saw the takedown process, do that and then scrub it with whatever solution I need to use and a nylon brush, and that's it. And then I put it back together. That's kind of a big deal. Number 4 is that it's very quiet, and most 22 cans are going to be pretty quiet. So for me, I'm getting all those benefits. It's not really louder or quieter than any of the other 22 cans out there by any noticeable difference. So for me, that's a win. I'm good with that. And then the 5th reason is going to be that it is very affordable. For this can, street price is about 300 bucks, give or take, plus theft, which, you know, is going to be obviously the sales tax and the unconstitutional NFA tax, both of which are really unconstitutional because you can't tax a right, and then also you can't tax a right. So, but those would be the top 5 reasons why I chose this particular can for this particular platform that I'm currently running it on, and any future platforms. Speaking of future platforms, this could be like a 5.1 or a 6th bonus reason would be that just like most of the 22 cans out there, it's direct thread, and it's the normal, you know, everybody uses a thread pattern. So I could use it on mine, I could use it on my buddy's stuff, and I could use it on any gun that I'm thinking about getting in the future as far as 22 handguns go. And by the way, I'm still looking for those recommendations, so let me know in the comment section below, okay?
No.
That's pretty slick.
And now for the range recap portion of the video. This is the part where I talk about what guns we were shooting with the suppressor and give you my overall impressions actually shooting it and using it, what I found out so you don't have to before you buy. I should also note that I purchased this can with my own money. Nobody sent me any of this stuff, so this is my honest opinion, and I'm gonna say whatever I want, so there. So as far as what we were using, the M&P 1522 AR pistol, I'll have a link up here or up here so you can see the full playlist of that particular gun, but this is one of the various hosts that you saw in this video. An actual handgun that you saw was the M&P 22 compact handgun. That's a 10-round magazine. If you guys want a video on that, let me know, and maybe I can ask nicely and borrow that so you guys can learn more about that one. Or maybe I'll just pick it up because I'm also kind of in the market for a 22 handgun because they're just so much fun to shoot, and it's cool just having, you know, multiple things you can put that can on. But that was one of the handguns. The other one was the SIG 322, the SIG 322, and that one, obviously another 22, higher capacity magazine. I think it's like a 20-round magazine, but that magazine was giving us issues at the range. So true to SIG's form, they decided to beta test, I guess, that gun on their consumer, and yeah, a lot of people, I guess, have reported that the mags kind of suck. They're not working very well in the gun. But if you're fine with it being a single shot 22 handgun, then it's great.
Well, for my self-defense with 22.
That was quite a workup.
This is really hard.
I know he's missed. See?
Okay, come on, homeboy.
There we go.
There you go.
This took 5 years. I think it's single stage.
I love how light that cane is.
Right?
It's like there's nothing on the end of it at all.
Well, it's pretty short too. Oh, doing the blue tip.
Just the subs, yeah.
Incendiaries.
Yeah, M&P's definitely got a better 22 pistol right now.
Oh man, I'm to the right. There we go.
You can do it, Jake.
Just over the top shoulder, left or right side. Hey.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, you got some sun.
I get dark. I've been outside a lot. Weird.
Sure. This one's actually fine.
A little different, right?
For the M&P 1522 AR pistol, I wanted to get a traditional can, I guess you would call it. My other can, my Huxworks HXQD 556 Ti, is a flow-through can, so it doesn't increase the back pressure. It doesn't increase the carbon back into the system. It flows through and out. So you can put that particular can, again, link will be at the end of this video or up here if I have room. You can watch the whole series on that and see how that can works. But for this particular gun and kind of 22s in general, because I have the ability to get subsonic rounds or supersonic rounds, I wanted to have something that would increase the back pressure and would make it easier to cycle something that was lower powered, like a subsonic round. The CCI Quiets, which is what I was using for the subsonics, those are rated at 710 feet per second, so absolutely subsonic. The supersonics are going to be over 1,000 feet per second. So the supers, I didn't really have any concern with those cycling, but the subs, I was worried about if those would cycle or not. And you could see in that first mag that I could get a couple rounds off, and then maybe the third round, I would have an issue where it's not extracting the second round, so the third round can't go in, and I'm pulling the trigger again, getting a dead trigger. So it just was having a failure to feed type issue.
Like those, I guess.
Well, actually, technically, it was a failure to extract issue because the last round was still in there,
Two of them
and then
though.
you'd have pulled the trigger, and you couldn't because it didn't load the next round. One thing that I did notice when I was taking the suppressor off one gun, putting it on another, the very bottom part of the suppressor where you untwist it so that you can take the sleeve off and then you can take the half sleeves off, that you'd have to tighten every once in a while when you were going from one gun to another. It didn't seem like it loosened while you were shooting, but it was just something when you're taking it off one host and putting it on another or vice versa, to make sure that you're untwisting from the bottom of the suppressor. Otherwise, if you start turning the whole tube, it could try to separate from the bottom. So that's just something I noticed when I was transferring it from one gun to another. So that might be something to keep in mind, just so you don't have to worry about retightening it every time you start using it on something else.
That's fun, man. It doesn't move.
Well, that's going to be it for my 22 Silencerco Sparrow review. I really hope you enjoyed watching this and got some good information out of it. I sure had a lot of fun making it. If you have any questions, leave those in the comment section below. Also, any prayer requests, I love praying for you guys, so don't be shy. Type you away, and I'll put in a good word with the big guy upstairs for you. If you'd like to help support the channel, again, best way to do that, you're probably already watching my videos and you're seeing really cool stuff that you want to buy. All you have to do, instead of just going straight to the website, is click on my link to get there, and it's going to help support the channel. Not going to cost you any extra money, and I actually have a couple exclusive discount codes through some of my affiliates that are awesome. You can use that code, save some money, and get the cool stuff. So it's a triple win. Be sure to stay tuned to this series on the Silencerco Sparrow. And as always, thanks for watching. Stay free. God bless.
What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.